Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I had another project I was about to start, but the post has just arrived unexpectedly early and the post lady brought my ScrawlrBox. So this is the June ScrawlrBox. So let's have a look, shall we? It's quite weighty, and there's a big lump here. There's something bulky in there. Okay. Let's get it out then. Oh, I love these colours. None the wiser what's in there though, really. Some of my most favourite colour combinations there. Wow. Look at that. So we've got the substrate this month is Bristol board paper. It's 250 GSM. Lovely and smooth. This Bristol paper's really lovely to use. It's just incredibly smooth. Ideal for use with markers, technical pens and pencils. I've also used it for stamping on. It's good for that too. It's a bit funny though. Recyclable and biodegradable. I would hope so. It's paper, isn't it? Anyway, there's the Scrawlr's-zine. I'm not going to peek in that yet. Look at this artwork. Renata Patton, aka Gremren, an independent artist based in Melbourne, Australia, best known for her acrylic paint pens. Oh, I wonder that's what we got here. I'm a big fan of paint pens. Okay, we'll have more of a read about her later. I'm not going to peek in the Scrawlr's-zine yet, so I don't want to spoil my surprise. Box out of the way, let's get to the fun bit. Let's bring you down a bit closer. Love this bit. Just coming into summer, there's a lovely bright vibrant colours for summer. Well, actually, even if you're in Australia and you're in the middle of winter, one friend I was talking to in Australia, it's polar conditions there, she said at the time, but then these lovely bright colours would cheer you up, wouldn't they? Another lovely sticker for my collection. Electric Dreams is the Scrawler challenge this month. Oh, it is indeed. Paint markers. Wow, these are Pintor pens. I love Pintor pens. You can use them on almost any surface. Fabrics, plastic, obviously paper and card and wood and things like that. You're supposed to be able to use them on glass. I didn't really have too much luck with that, but yeah, so I've got a few Pintor pens already, but not in these kind of colours. Wow. That's going to be quite a challenge to come up with a piece of art with them. And there's a Micron 05 pen, but it's in purple. And a Tutti Frutti tube bar with a fizzy centre called a Stinger. I love how they always match the sweets to the colour scheme. Now this, come back up to face for a minute. This was going to be my last ScrawlrBox. I was going to cancel my subscription because I've just retired again and I need to cut back a bit, but then I realised when I went in to cancel my subscription that I've got such a lot of Scrawlr points built up that I've got enough to almost pay for the next 3 boxes, so I thought might as well have them. It's the best thing to do with the points, so I've got 3 more to come. Right, anyway, enough of that. I think they've just given us notification that the subscription price is going up from July, so it's $16.95 at the moment. I think it's going up to $18.95, which is, yeah, so definitely I won't be keeping it going after I've used up all my Scrawlr points, but yeah, I mean, it's lovely and you always get value for money, but I just, yeah, it's too much for me to afford it at the moment. So should we swatch some of these? Tissue out the way, but keep hold of it because I will use that. Let's have a quick flick through the magazine. These neons are anything but quiet. Yeah. Yes, they really are neon, aren't they? There's Renata, or Gremren. She sort of matches her artwork. Look at these really unusual pieces. These are more the colours of Pintor pens I've got already, so maybe I'll be inspired to have a go with them as well and do a similar thing. Have a good read of our interview later. Things to try. Pigment rich water based ink. Yeah, so they're not like an acrylic paint pen, so Posca pens are acrylic paint, aren't they? These are a water-based pigment-rich ink. It's so weird though, how can they be a water-based ink but they work on virtually any, and they really do. So here they're saying paper, wood, ceramic, plastic, metal, even fabric. I think the only thing I found that I couldn't make them work on was glass. It just didn't really come off very well. They're not mentioning glass there, so yeah. But I think I did this was an experiment with Pintor pens. Yeah, and once you've heat set them, they're dishwasher safe as well. And I've also used them on fabric. I haven't got anything handy to show you for the fabric, but yeah, you can do a lot of the same things that you can do with Posca pens. I think they stay more flexible when I use them on fabric. I thought they were a little bit more flexible perhaps than Posca. I'm not sure. Grab a palette and a brush to get mixing. You can mix them together because they're water based. Scribble the colours onto a palette. Yeah, that's worth playing with. I always like doing that. Later rather than try and put too much on at once, basically. Paint pens. So they're still talking about them as paint pens, and it feels like a paint pen when you're using it, but it is a water-based pigment ink. So that's a bit confusing. It's always a bit confusing. Oh look, here's the, always love the gallery. Now this was 2 months ago, so this would have been April. Forgotten what the thing was. Was it Go Wild or something? Hang on, what was it? Walk on the Wild Side. I think I ended up skipping this one because this is when I had my wrist thing and I just wasn't doing very much. Oh look at some, oh look, beautiful ones here. Always love a cat picture. This cow with a dandelion. Always so many different reactions to the same prompt with the same supplies. And they were all brilliant. Okay, I'll check out some of those Instas later. And then there's always a little related article, sometimes about using neon, a bit more about the featured artwork. Okay, and the prompt, Electric Dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this. We're going bright, bold and loud this month with a vibrant palette. Don't be restricted by realism. Take another look from a different perspective and break free from the traditional rules of colour to watch your dreamlike creations illuminate with a dynamic pop of neon. This is not just going to be a pop of neon though, is it? This is like its own, we've only got neon. I'm assuming it looks like this has been done with the supplies in the box. There's a bit of mixing going on there to get the different shades, I guess. So I'm going to just get these all open. If you haven't used these kind of paint pens and things like this before, you have to shake them up, especially the first time, for a really long time. Sorry if the camera's wobbling, but shake them up again every time you use them. I'll just shake them more for the first time, and even shake them again during use. Now, it looks like that nib's almost come out. Don't worry about that. First thing you have to do is just, because it goes in and out like that, is just gently just pump that on the paper, a piece of scrap paper or something. I'm going to use the Bristol board, see how that works. It's going to work beautifully with these, and sometimes it can take a really long time. You can see it's starting to come down now. I know most people who watch this are probably, this is showing you how to suck eggs, but if it's the first time you've used these and you don't know and you haven't bothered to read the instructions, which was me the first time I used these, you'll think you've got a Duff pen. 4 Duff pens. And it's starting to come down now. And then once this is done, it'd be good to go every time you use it. And I've never had a problem with them drying up or anything. They're brilliant. Nearly there. Quite thick nibs these, but they come to quite a small point, so hopefully we can get a reasonably fine line. Yeah. Okay, so once it's all come down like that, you can see the whole nib is coated. I will put the top back on again and give it another really good shake before I start. So I'm going to stop filming a minute and go through and do that with all of these, because obviously that would be extremely tedious to watch, and then I'll come back and show you how they look. Okay, so little fun fact, I've discovered that you can do all 3 at the same time. And I think they're all through now. Okay, let's see how they swatch. I'll give them a shake. Just got to do this while I... Yes, you can blend it out like that, and it will blend out with water as well, I imagine, so because they're water based. So yeah, all sorts of things you can do, as the artist suggested, using them on a palette, mixing them together and blending them out with water and stuff as well. Yeah, okay. Oh, they do feel lovely on this Bristol board. Now I'm finding that the paint there, the paper, I don't know if you can, there we go, it's slightly pilling up there, which surprises me. I'm going to try it again and just do one. Yeah, it's better to just do one sort of gentle coat. It hasn't done it this time, and then but then I'd want to go back in with another layer. I have to say, I thought these would work better on this paper, so that seems to have come out better this time. But maybe that will just settle down as it dries. Yeah, if you try to go back over and it's still wet, it feels horrible, and you can feel you chewing up the paper. So yeah, obviously you'd need to let that fully dry and then do another coat. So I'll come back and have another go with them in a minute. What I want to try, just want to see how fine of a line I can get. So that's about the finest line. If you wanted to blend it out on the paper, you'd have to be pretty quick. That's already dried too much to do it. I will just double check. I don't know, you can get some movement, but yeah. So I'm just going to scribble some on my glass mat, a couple of different colours. I'm going to try just watering some down like that, just to see how that looks. Yep, so that gives you much more of a gradient of colour. But this Bristol board, although it's really, it's 250 GSM, it's lovely and smooth. It's not liking the moisture. Yeah, but yeah, you can get you can blend that right out with water, and then I just want to try mixing them together. So I should get kind of an orange with this. I mean, we've already got an orange, but it'd be interesting to see a different, yeah, it's got a different shade. So what if I mixed, so we haven't got any blue. Just wondering if I mix this will probably just give me some kind of neutral colour, as it's kind of red and green. Yeah, but that could be really useful. That could be quite a good fleshy colour actually, if I water it right down. Yeah, so that's a mixture of the yellow, the green and the pink, and that actually makes quite a nice fleshy colour actually. If I put a bit more of the yellow maybe, or yeah, so that's definitely worth experimenting with. We've got the fine line, I haven't tried that yet. We haven't got any kind of, I haven't got a blue or a black for mixing darker colours like that. If I wanted a darker skin tone, for instance, or just some sort of shadow or something. We all know and love micron pens, don't we? Don't think I've tried a purple one before, so this is an 05. Yeah, I want to know now, that's completely dry. Let's see how well it likes going over this. That's dried, that first little swatch, that's dried quite rough feeling. Not that that matters, but it's not I expected a really smooth finish on this paper, but well, the micron pen certainly doesn't mind going over that. Yep, there doesn't seem to be any problem at all with that, so that's good. Just for curiosity, I want to see if I can mix them as well, because these are pigment based, aren't they? Oh, there's a nice bit of a shadow colour as well, look. So that could be handy. So if I scribble a little bit of the Micron pen on first and mix it with one of the colours, I can get kind of a shadow colour like that, which could be really useful. Well, this is going to be quite an adventure to play, quite a challenge to come up with a piece. I haven't got a particular thing coming to mind yet. I mean, Electric Dreams doesn't tell you a particular subject, does it, really? I mean, you could be dreaming about anything. Don't be restricted by realism. Take another look from a different perspective. So you could take another look at anything, couldn't you? Yeah, that's another quite kind of open challenge. So yeah, I'll give it some thoughts for a few days and see what I can come up with. I wish I could do like Emily Arts or Zoe Hartist. They're brilliant. They'll do their ScrawlrBox opening probably in the next day or two. They're usually around the same time as me, and they'll do their fantastic art piece at the same time. I couldn't. I always have to mull for a few days first. Well, I think that's it. That's quite. Hang on. That's actually quite a short unboxing for me. I usually go on for a lot longer, but yeah, I think that's all I need to do for now. I hope you enjoyed that or found that useful. If you're waiting for your ScrawlrBox, I hope you don't have to wait too long. And I hope you enjoy playing with yours. I always look forward to seeing what everybody comes up with. It's always an idea. You always end up looking at it and thinking, wow, I wish I'd thought of that. And that's it for today. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.